Hey, it's Tom Gallagher, the Videopreneur, and I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk to you about equipment. Equipment that you need and equipment you don't need for shooting video. So the first thing is an iPhone is the best device. iPhone 7 Plus is an amazing piece of equipment. And that's what I would recommend you go out and get. You can shoot video with an Android. They have great cameras. They're a great piece of equipment. But an interesting thing I found out is on Android, there are 25,000 different versions of Android. And with iPhone, there's iPhone 6, iPhone 7, and then the different iterations as far as the versions. But the other thing is, with an iPhone, it's easy to work. Everyone knows how to use it. It's the best piece of equipment out there. You can't go wrong with an iPhone 7 Plus. The other thing is you want to use a stabilizer. So I've got a couple stabilizers I'm going to show you, and then also lenses. Now this is a nice, and I'll have a list of all this equipment that I'll email you as well, so you have the ability to purchase whatever you decide to get. But this is a nice stabilizer. It's a plastic stabilizer with a lens, and it works real well, and you can hold it with two hands. It stabilizes your video, and it makes it really look good. This is another brand. This is made out of aluminum, and it's heavy. It's really a nice piece. I will say the bad thing about it is in the winter when it's cold, if it's 5 degrees outside, this thing is 5 degrees. And so if you're not using gloves and you grab a a piece of aluminum that's 5 degrees, your fingers get cold quick. But it's similar. It's got a lens, and you just slide your phone right into it. And it works really, really well as well. The best piece I've found, and that's the one I recommend, and that's a Beast Grip. They're out of Chicago, and I'll have a link to that as well. And the thing about it is you can use an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, 7, 7 Plus in this device. And then I'll also give you the recommendation on which lens to buy. There are a lot of lenses out there. Don't just grab a lens, because you can get a lens, and this looks like a nice lens. But the problem with this lens is it ends up fisheye, and a fisheye is it curves the edges of the video. So then when you move around, it's it really kind of bloopy and loopy, and your customers that are watching the video, it kind of gets them sick to the stomach. So you don't want to do that. The other thing is I would recommend is get one of these suction cups. It's great. It's got a little mount on there. You can mount it right to your stabilizer, and you can put one of these on the windshield of a vehicle that you're driving. So now you can take test drives and create a test drive video, which I highly recommend. Your customers will love it. You can do one specifically for Mr. Smith, Mrs. Jones, or you can just do a generic. You're testing the new model. It just came out. You hop in the car. You have another guy. You can even set up a couple of video cameras and shooting the conversation back and forth where you're talking about the equipment and talking about the pickup, the vehicle, getting on highway speeds, passing, and that. Great video content there. This is overkill. It's got 3 suction cups and a mount here. But the great thing about it is you spend $1,000 on equipment, iPhone and a stabilizer and a lens and all this equipment. And if you only have one suction cup, and I've spoken to guys that it's happened to, and they're driving down the road, and when they get to their destination, they go out and then their equipment's gone. So this piece is really a nice piece. It's not that expensive. You can put it on the hood of the car shooting in. You can put it on the hood of the car shooting out. You can put it on the roof of the vehicle. It's a great piece of equipment. As far as equipment is concerned, I would recommend joining Amazon Prime. The great thing about it is it's free shipping on everything you order. It's $99 a year. You get Amazon. You're an Amazon member, and anything you order, you get free shipping on, and it's to your home or to your business in 2 days. It's fantastic. Plus, you get 30 days. If you use the equipment and it doesn't perform the way you thought it would perform, you can send it back, and no questions asked. You just fill it out and ship it, and it's perfect. The other thing about Amazon is you're able to test out new equipment, and you don't have that pressure of, well, if I buy it and it doesn't work, then I'm stuck with it. You just send it on back. So I would really recommend that. So bottom line is, I'll give you a list of everything that I'm recommending, but you don't need a lot of equipment. I've got a mentor that is out of Colorado, and he even told me, he said, Tom, you don't need a lot of equipment. If you get lighting, if you get a green screen, you don't need it. He said, I got all that crap. I'll even mail it to you. I'll pay for the shipping. You can have it. I don't use it anymore. I use my iPhone, and that's all you really need is an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 7. 7 Plus is the best piece of equipment out there. That's what I would strongly recommend. You can shoot great photos. You can shoot great video. The video on an iPhone 7 Plus will give you depth of field. And if you don't know what depth of field is, on a digital camera with an adjustable lens, you can take a picture from a distance and zoom in, and then everything around it is kind of blurred except for your subject. So in this case it would be a vehicle. The vehicle is really sharply focused, but everything else is kind of blurred. If you shoot that same photo with, say, an iPhone 6 or even a 6 Plus, and you shoot that same photo, everything else is going to be all focused. It's the same because it's not, most phone cameras aren't advanced, so they can't single out one item and focus on it and then zoom in on it. It just doesn't give you the depth of field. iPhone 7 Plus, you can zoom in with your fingers on the screen, and it's got 2 cameras. You can get depth of field. It will blow you away. It gives you the quality of a digital SLR, and all in your phone. So you can literally take great videos, take great photos, use the Beast grip that I'm holding here, and it's got you can stabilize it with 2 hands. It's plastic, it's adjustable, fully adjustable. You can pop your phone into this when you're ready to shoot video or photos. What I do is, there's a little thumb screw here on the top, and I drop this lens out of the way when I'm going to shoot photos. I drop it out of the way, shoot my photos. When I'm shooting my video, I just pop this thing right back up, screw down this little thumb screw right here, and it works fantastic. It's made out of plastic, so in the winter it doesn't get really cold in my hands. You don't want to drop this in the winter. If it's 5 degrees outside, you drop it, you may have a yard sale on your hands. But all this equipment, I'll give you a list of all this equipment, and I buy everything from Amazon Prime. And then that way, if I get it and it doesn't perform the way I thought it would, or it's defective in some way, I can ship it on back. And if I use it for 15 days, 20 days, 25 days, and I don't get the results that I was hoping to get, the equipment's fine. It's not defective in any way. It just doesn't give me what I was hoping it would give me. I send it on back. And then that way I don't wind up with a bunch of equipment that I don't use anymore. Like this product here I bought directly from the company. This one here I did as well. So I've got it. I own it. This lens, this was before I started using Amazon. So this lens is something that I bought years ago, and now I own it, and it's a paperweight basically. So I hope this helps. And shoot me some responses below. Give me some emails. Give me your comments, your feedback. And always, if you have a question, you're looking for some specific answers, you're looking for equipment, shoot me a note, and I'll be happy to respond to you. I'll give you my wealth of knowledge that I've learned over years, that it's helped me a lot. And then that way it saves you from buying a bunch of stuff, trying a bunch of stuff that you really don't need. You know, green screens, lighting, that's great. If you really get into it and you want to set up an office inside of the dealership and start shooting some videos and doing customer testimonials, that's all great, but you don't need it to start out with. Start shooting video, build yourself a following, build yourself some customers that are loyal to you, and build that personal brand. That's what's most important. You start building your personal brand, and then as your personal brand and the customer awareness grows, and if you want, your sales grows, and if you want, you can start spending money on some of this other equipment. But for the most part, what you need is an iPhone 7 Plus, a Beast grip to start out, and you're good. If you want to add a suction cup for shooting some indoor video inside the vehicle, that's another great item. And then naturally, this big beast, you want to use that for outside, put it on the door, put it on the hood, the roof. This sucker will protect your equipment, and it's not going anywhere. Really, those are the devices that you need, but I'll include an email with all of the links for everything in here, and prices as of today, but prices do go up from time to time. So I hope this helps. enjoy your shooting video, but most importantly, keep shooting video out there, and have a great day.